Hello everybody, this is Nimpato. It has been quite some time since I've announced a follow-up video for the Tailwind Draft League. Like what my final placement is and generally thoughts on it. It's just a conclusion video. The thing is, it took quite some time until the final match was finally declared just forfeit. Because everyone kind of just got tired of waiting. We just want to see the results. I think it was like 2 or 3 months after my final video on the Tailwind Draft League that we finally got to full conclusion. At that point, my mind was just elsewhere. So yeah, I guess this is it now. I got 4th. About the placement I expected to get. I was ahead of someone didn't expect. I was behind someone I didn't expect. But it evens itself out. I very much knew that I would end up behind Slap and Bowman. Well, Slap only after he joined. He did replace Vipron. I expected to be behind Kader, which didn't happen, but I did not expect to end up behind Snowball. So, there you go. Keeping this short with the conclusion of the Tailwind Draft League, because I have joined a new draft league in fact. This one called the Clash at the Colosseum. The draft league's already over, it has concluded. Noteworthy things about it is the fact that some Uber Pokemon were allowed. Iron Bundle was available to be picked, as well as Chi-Yu. I don't know if Chi and Pound was available. Don't remember. Terra Captains are a thing in that one, so I have a dedicated Terra Pokemon, which is the only one allowed to terrestrialize. And instead of a full-on league, this time it's more of a tournament. With a group stage of 4 people, followed by a single elimination bracket. So I don't know how many videos that'll be. It will be at minimum 3 from the group stage, and then however long I will last. There are 56 people participating in total, so it's a lot larger. And we got returning friend from Tailwind Draft, Maldron. We are unfortunately not in the same group stage, but if we both make it out, who knows? Who knows indeed. So yeah, to start, Tailwind Draft League. Had a lot of fun. The Discord servers mostly together. We're already applying the second one, but we do want to wait for the second DLC wave to drop and like establish itself, so we have a bit of a better understanding of what are top threats, what aren't. We may go public. We don't know that yet. That's still up for debate, which we are currently not debating because it's the second DLC hasn't even dropped yet. We don't even know the release date. So yeah. My team strategy was overall pretty simple. I feel like most people understood it to the point where I'm not even showing a game from the draft league. I'm showing a random free for all I did with a couple of friends. It was essentially just Grimmsnarl, set up screens, put in one of the bulky roll breakers, set up once, go to town as long as it can. So sack it, purposefully stay in on something it can't kill and revenge kill it in return to sack, and then send in low kicks to revenge kill the wall breakers, send in Grimmsnarl again, and repeat from that point forward. It wasn't that complex. From this outset, I very much wanted that team style. I had previously experimented a lot of low kicks with that kind of team style, and I had a lot of fun with it on the regular ladder, so I figured I would also give it a shot in the draft. It would also give me a good opportunity to pick a late, because the guy is quite bulky and it had gotten a tool of sharpness, so that was nice. So yeah, every single Pokemon that I had fell into sort of this category of bulky or otherwise capable of toughing something out, like an immunity to status or a certain type, or just good defensive typings or stats. Set that up once behind screens, and then, you know, the only Pokemon who didn't, well, Grimmsnarl set up screens, obviously. Quite honestly, the PvP of that draft league of my team was Grimmsnarl. The amount of work it did was phenomenal. It did always run screens with exception to Maldron's team but the team building we just set up, so everything's there. Yeah, low kicks didn't fit into that description because low kicks is supposed to be the revenge killer. Tinted Lens first impression is quite devastating, and I loved clicking that button. Indeedee obviously didn't fit into this description at all. Why did I draft Indeedee? Honestly, it was so I could go into more of a balanced team style if the matchup required it, but was not that necessary at the end, I would admit. It's not the biggest misdraft that was Garganical. Completely floundered the entire time. What I came to realize is Garganical honestly does not have that good of defenses if every single Pokemon can afford to run a coverage move on it. If you have a Dragapult and you see that your opponent does not have, like, the opponent's possible pool of Pokemon does not necessitate Thunderbolt at all. You don't need Thunderbolt. Then you're not gonna run Thunderbolt and suddenly you have a slot open for Hydro Pump and for Garganical. And since every single Pokemon ran a coverage move for Garganical, it got hit super effectively, a lot more than it would in regular OU. So that was a bit unfortunate. Haxorus was probably the biggest W from what I expected of it. I originally didn't even plan Haxorus. Haxorus was still left over, and Bowman actually pointed out that it was while Haxorus was still available. So I made the spontaneous call to grab it, and I'm glad I did because Haxorus ended up being the kill leader. No other Pokemon got as close many kills as Haxorus had. Coling's Iron Valiant and Bowman's Dragapult I think got close, but we're off by 1 kill each. So I got that. I may not have gotten first in the draft league, but my Haxorus ended up being the kill leader. Special shout out to Maldron, who enabled the 6-0 sweep from Haxorus by drafting mostly bugs. Anything else I want to mention about the Tailwind Draft League? Result, I got 4, Haxorus. No, I don't think so. There's not much else to mention. Yeah, so I already talked about Clash of the Colosseum a bit, about like how the format works, how it's gonna go about. I only mentioned Maldron, but I have not mentioned Andrew. Andrew is actually in this replay right now. He has the Annihilate bout in the bottom left corner. He has never bothered to set an avatar. I don't think he's going to do so now. Also on the same group stage. He will hopefully show up in the channel a bit more. Good friend. I want to do more stuff with him. We'll see. The only detail left to mention about the draft league, honestly, is the $1,000 prize pool, which is quite huge. I don't think I'll win it, but you know, just might happen. That being said, the only thing you still need to know is the Pokemon I end up drafting. So, here you go. See you in the first battle.